why they ain't all burnt up,
right.
let alone, just dried up. So this plant has pores, so like the sweat's laying on your body now, how come it ain't dried up with all the heat, right? And that's because your body has pores and there's moisture coming out of your body. There's moisture coming out of that plant that's allowing that plant to stay there. I mean, that's allowing that little drop to stay there. But eventually, it gonna dry up.
I got you. But it just caught me because
but
it's
that's
like
the reason why it's extended like that.
Yeah.
That's why it's extended like that. Yeah.
Wow.
Then another thing about the matza, the mugwort, is that in acupuncture, we've been using moxa and mugwort, traditionally. When we talk about acupuncture, there's three forms: auricular acupuncture, body acupuncture, and moxibustion. It's actually a form of acupuncture in and of itself because of what that herb is able to do, as you all have been talking about, placing it directly onto a spot or whatever. We place direct moxa, indirect moxa, etc. But they talked about also taking specific elements out of different plants. They've done that with moxa. We have smokeless moxa now. I don't like it, but it's good and it works. On a scale of 1 to 10, it's an 8. That's a 10 for me. At the same time, traditionally, what they've done is they always, in society, they rob the concept of vegetarianism and come up with vegan, so the people who are vegetarians can eat a little cheese or whatever the case may be and call themselves vegetarians. Ain't no such thing. The word, if you look it up, vegetarian means somebody who eats vegetables. You're not going to see and may eat chicken and may, it's not going to be in the dictionary. But what the white folk have done and what the powers that they have done is that they've always promoted a whole concept of compromise. So we can let you compromise on something bad. They call it social drinking. So that's a compromise, to let you know it's okay to drink something that's not good for you. Well, it's the same thing with the vegan, versus vegetarian. They asked me, I said, no, I'm a vegetarian. I said, you eat a little dairy? No, I'm a vegetarian. I'm confused. Yes, you are. You know what I'm saying? Because they've made you change up. I became a vegetarian 40-some years ago. There was no such thing as a vegan. The word didn't exist. ADDH didn't exist. Hyperactivity wasn't a terminology that we used for kids who had a lot of energy. We called them energetic kids, high-spirited kids, etc. The guy who came up with ADHD on his deathbed said it does not exist, that it was a falsity. So it's the same thing that they try to do with our herbs. They try to take the bitter out of aloe. When you take the bitters out, of course, you're taking out the whole antiseptic nature, the antifungal nature, all of those things when it comes down to things that are bitter. They've taken moxa, and they have now liquid moxa. So I can take moxa in liquid form and drop it on an acupuncture point, which is exactly what he said about taking the plant and putting it right on the head. But again, technology has allowed them to pull out the stuff that's in the plant. You just take that, But again, something is missing because you don't have the plant itself.
I mean, that's just like the white willow.
Yeah, the white willow bark.
They make aspirin. And it's bad for stomach aches, but white willow's good for it. So you extracted what you wanted from it, and it's not in the divine,
Right. Something's missing.
Something's
missing.
So why extract? I mean, I know the answer, but I'm just
which money. Money and not only money, but you have to understand there's a manipulation that's always been going on where they want to manipulate what we do with our products to make them seem like something's wrong with them or that they don't work or whatever the case may be. So they take that and they take an aloe plant. That's a miraculous plant, and they put it in a green bottle with juice and sugar and so forth, and everybody's buying it up and drinking it, okay? So they're really not getting it. And the polymucosaccharides, all of those things, the enzymatic factor is gone, so, enzymes are so much acidic, in the sense that they're able to eat up stuff and bind things together, etc. You don't have that going on. So the sugar that's in there will bind to, the fat in your body and blow you up even more, So those are the issues that we're dealing with, Where'd Doc go?